Here we are. Let's start today sitting again tall. I think we'll always start sitting maybe, but now that I've said that, I'll break the rule next week. So let's sit tall, inhale, lengths from the base of your spine to the crown of your head, hands on your knees or on your wrist points, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's just take three nice long deep breaths together. Inhale. And on your next inhale, bat open your eyes if they've been closed, and let's stir our pots. Let's just gently stir our pot. And on this cloudy Wisconsin Monday morning in January, think of something yummy. Because Hygge is all about finding the cozy, finding what feels good. And then go the other way. Maybe it's little, maybe it's big, it's yours, whatever it is. Exploring your circle. And then let's sit tall again. Take your chin to your chest. And just let your head hang. Take a few nice long deep breath in. And out through the mouth. 2 more of those. And then with your head comfortably there, take your chin to the left, look to the left, and then take it back down to center. And then chin to the right, look to the right, down to the center. We'll do it one more on each side. And to the right, and down. And then gradually roll it up, head over heart, heart over pelvis, circles with the nose. And the nose is the leader here. And then on your side, a figure 8 on its side, infinity. Nice way to loosen up, to get movement. Our necks can freeze. We store a lot of tension often in our necks. Nice to just lube with movement. And then, can you go the other way? I don't know. Oh, try the other way. Ooh, it might be looking funny, but it feels good. And really feeling that nice movement where the skull greets the spine. And then bringing it back to center. Let's find our way to kneeling. All fours, tabletop. Tabletop. And your knees are hip distance apart, parallel. Maybe inhale, exhale, look around to your right foot back there. Inhale, center, exhale, look at your left foot just to see if you're pigeon-toed or if you're flaring out. One more on each side. And as we're here on all fours, feel your paws. Press down through your fingers, your fingertips, your pads of your finger, the palm pads, the pointer finger and the thumb. And think in terms of lifting away from your hands instead of being collapsed and sunken in your shoulders. We're lifting, we're pressing down and being buoyant and lifting ourselves up. Thinking of a nice long looking straight ahead, looking down or slightly forward. With each inhale, lengthening our spine from the base of the spine out through the crown of our head, and with each exhale, activating your tummy, belly button towards spine. Then we'll introduce some movement. With your next exhale, tuck your chin, push away, cat. Inhaling length, dropping the belly, raising your gaze. And exhaling, tucking your chin, cozy curl, being a cat. And then lengthening with your inhale, dropping the belly, raising your gaze. Finding your inhale, lengthening the movement with your inhale and your exhale. Finding your rhythm. Two more. And then coming back to center. Long body. We're going to take our inhale, our right arm out to the side, maybe make wrist circles. And then we're going to thread the needle, take the back of your hand all the way through under your other arm, and take your butt in the air, side of your head to the ground, back of your long arm, palm up, your top arm and palm together. And if you like, you can push it long out in front, long straight arm, and then inhale it up to the sky if you like, or however far that feels right. If you have your long left arm pointing towards the ceiling, maybe circle one way a few times, and then circle the other way a few times. Bringing it back down, finding your way back up to all fours. Doing one cat-cow, inhaling cow, exhaling cat, coming back to center, and then as you're ready, taking your other arm out, threading the needle, palm up, and lying ourselves down on top of that bottom arm. You can take your top arm, you can either keep your hand on the ground and just push and rock yourself with your bent elbow. You can take your hand to your palm, two palms, and then press it long and then lift it up. If you do have it raised up, circle the ceiling. Make a circle on the ceiling with your fingertips. A couple times one way, a couple times the other way, and then bring it back to all fours. Tuck your toes under. Sit back on your heels. We'll stretch the bottoms of our feet. Fingers, soles of our feet, a nice stretch. Hands on your knees or thighs. While we're doing that, let's clasp our hands in bear paw. Is that what you called it? Grip. Bear grip. So you're gripping your hands, you're pulling, giving your oppositional, like pulling apart. Inhale. With your exhale, just sort of take your one elbow up to the sky, like a side bend, right? While you're maintaining that grip and that press. Now next inhale, come back to center. Exhale the other way. Coming back to center. Let's roll back onto our heels and find our way to or your toes and find our way to a standing position. Hip distance apart, feet, and we're just going to loosen ourselves up standing. Slap happy. And some lateral side to side twisting motion. See if we can wake ourselves up a little bit. And gradually coming back. And if you haven't already, I'm taking my socks off. Hygge is all about coziness, and I think they need to develop some nice warm wool socks that have sticky bottoms. So you don't slip in all of these postures, so we can keep our socks on. Let's stand up, shoulder rolls, hip distance apart, your feet, your shoulder rolling, up, around, forward, and back. And then inhale your arms out to a T. One palm up, one palm down, and then we're going to twist our towel, arm towel. You can roll your shoulders, release the joint, some kind movement. And then come back, take your palms to the sky, inhale, look up with your hands together. And then spread the mind into a wide V and take your feet into a wide stance. I call this sending and receiving. I think of this as sending and receiving. So you're grounded to the earth, your feet are parallel, and you're just feeling a nice connection. Lift your toes, spread them. Feeling a nice connection on the sole, on the ball of your feet, as well as the two corners of the heel of your feet. And so you're grounding, say hips down, grounding, sending down, and then hips up, reaching up, looking up, taking up space. And gradually float your arms down. Toe heel a little bit in if you're not hip distance apart. We're going to inhale up, try a little sun salutation. Exhale our hands to our heart. Exhale a forward fold. Tuck your chin, roll it down to a hang, soft knees. And really think about soft knees. It's not about straight legs, it's about soft knees. And maybe a little side to side movement. Remembering to breathe, inhaling, maybe reaching one way, exhaling center, inhaling, reaching the other way, side to side, exhaling center. Always linking your movement with your breath. Thinking of inhales as expansions and exhales as cozy curls and maybe easeful releases. Take your hands to your shins. We're going to inhale a flat back. Exhale, soften and curl, belly towards thigh, heavy head. Inhale, extending your legs with a soft bend, extending your back, figure 7, flat back. Exhaling, cozy curl, floating it down. We're going to do one more, lengthening the spine from the base through the crown of the head. Exhaling the curl. And then walk your hands forward. And we're going to take our 1 step back and 2 steps back to a plank. You can take your knees down. If you need to bend your knees, you can bend your knees into a half plank or beyond plank. If you're in either way, you can then, on your next exhale, lower to your chest. Forehead to the ground, hands on either side of your chest. Legs long, take your elbows, cricket elbows, grasshopper elbows, hugging in towards your body. Let's pull back with our hands as we inhale, raise your gaze, cobra. And exhale, lower, and you go into wherever your cobra is. Inhaling up, exhale, lowering. One more. Tuck your toes under. Find your way back up to either plank, all fours, or half plank, and rock back and forth. Sort of find the place where your shoulders over your elbows, over your wrists. Inhale. Press through your hands so you're pushing away from your hands. Exhale, tummy to spine. Inhale. And on your next exhale, hips to the sky, down dog. Down dog. Bend your knees in down dog. Maybe wag your tail. Circle. Maybe you can be really rigid and long and straight. Be wiggly in your dog right now. Bend one knee, then the other. And then look to the top of your mat. Take your right foot forward and back leg long for nice lunge. A nice lunge. Nice. Maybe rock back and forward on your, feeling a nice stretch in the back calf. Both hands down, back to plank or half plank. Exhale, take your left leg up. The other side lunge. And then in your next inhale, take your back, if you can, your back leg up to your front foot for a soft-legged, bent-kneed, belly forward fold. And then gradually on your next inhale, hands on your shins, come to your flat back. Exhale, fold. And then gradually roll yourself back up to standing. Sweeping your arms all the way to the sky, hands if you want touching. Pull your legs together. Long, we're tall, we're strong. We're sort of pressing our hands together so we're gently activating our musculature. You're squeezing your inner thighs together gently so you're just slightly engaged. And then hands up. Ooh. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold with soft knees. Hands to your shins. Inhale, straightening into your figure, elongating really. And then bending soft into your forward fold. Exhale, right leg back. Let's take it to the ground. So your knee is bent. Front knee at a 90. Back knee down. Shoulder roll. And let's inhale our arms up. And clasp your hands. Bring them back down onto either side of your foot. Tuck your toe back. Long stretch of the long back leg. Nice long hip stretcher kind of stretch. A nice lunge. Step it forward when you can to your forward fold. Hands to your shins. Inhale, elongate, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take your left leg back. Bend the knee, bring it down. Find your way up. Shoulder roll. And then take your arms up to the sky. You can either clasp or hold your hands together. Looking up. Thinking of your thighs hugging in towards a midline. So gently activate them. And this time we'll come back either side and come back to all fours. Take your foot back to all fours. Now what we're going to do is take your right foot back and forth a few times, circle around on the back foot, lift, take it over to the side, and circle over here. And then the other way. Take it back to all fours, left, other side, whatever, back and forth. Just noticing what you feel in your calf and your leg. Circles on the toes. Massaging the ball of the foot. And then lifting, taking it over to the side and doing the same over here, circles. And the other way. Lifting it back long and straight, coming back to our all fours. We're going to take your left leg long, that's your left opposite arm, opposite leg, extended so it's parallel to the ground. We're going to inhale length, extension, and exhale elbow towards knee. Inhaling, extending. Exhale the cozy curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, return. 2 more. And bring it back to all fours. Hip distance apart. We're going to do the opposite side now. So shift your weight so that it's equally spread between your front palm and your back shin. Inhaling extension. Exhaling the knee and elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Last one. And bring it down. This time, let's sit back on our heels, walk your fingers forward, head to the ground, child's pose, or a variation thereof. And then roll your head as far as the top of your head. Come back to dolphin arms. So our weight is on our forearms. Our hands or forearms are parallel. Elbows under shoulders. Let's tuck your toes under. And we're going to take your hips to the sky like down dog, but on our forearms instead of on our hands. This is a nice way if you have wrist issues to do a down dog kind of a thing. Head is hanging, pressing through the forearms, through the palms, and doing the similar things that you would in down dog. So maybe 1 foot down, 1 knee bent, alternating, walking your dolphin. How to dolphin? Maybe swim your dolphin with both legs. Both knees come forward. Be a dolphin. And then as you're ready, bending your knees, coming to your all fours, taking your hands, untucking your toes. Child, paint your mat, backs of your hands to the back of the mat. A few breaths here. And then coming back to all fours, toes tucked under, down dog. Take one leg up in the sky and play with the 3-legged dog, however you'd like. Rotating your foot one way and the other, reaching it leg tall and long, or bending your knee, stacking your hips, looking under your armpit into the distance. Extend it long, come back to center. Walk your dog. And then as you're ready, shift your weight to the other side. Lift that leg long and tall and explore the atmosphere with your inquisitive ankles and feet, your ankle and foot. What's happening up there? Bend your knees, stack your hips, look under your armpit. Extend it long, bring it back down. Downward dog. Look to the top of your mat and do a side-to-side walk up to the top
of your mat. Why not? Sashay on up there. Feet parallel, forward fold, belly to thigh, hands on the back of your heel shins. We're going to inhale the extension, flat back 3 times. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. And then on your next inhale, just gradually press through your feet and roll yourself all the way up. Just standing, shoulders up, around, down, and back. Reach the crown of your head. And you slide your chin back a little bit. Woo! It's dizzy up here. Nice. And we are going to take our first Tadasana. Extend through the head, chin tucked, back of the neck. The crown of the head is what I was looking for. We're all wearing crowns today. Regal posture. And I'm going to turn around because if we see each other wiggling, we're going to play around with hip distance apart, shoulders up, around, down, and back. With each inhale, we're kind of growing. With each exhale, core activation. We're going to shift our weight to one side, our left, and take your arms out to a T, and lift your right leg. Exhale it down. Take a breath. Inhale, shift, and lift your foot like a string is to the heavens, lifting it up. Exhale it down. Inhale, shift. A string, lifting your knee up. And then as you're ready, you can take that. We're going to find our tree. You can take it to toes to the ground and heel to your ankle, or you can take it to your calf, or you can take your heel up to your groin, wherever feels right to you. And find your V, your victorious tree here. Grounding down through your standing foot. Shoulders down, arms up. And you activate the hand, fingers wide. As you'd like, maybe your fingers all come together and we try our hands over our heads. Woo! Or your hands at heart. Next exhale, bring it down. Shake out one leg, shake out the other. Rub the hips. Thank them for all their support. So go up on your toes, spread your heels a little bit. Find a nice little gentle traction with the feet on your mat, shoulders up, around, down, and back. Other side. Shifting to the right. Taking your, we did 3 of those, didn't we? We inhaled, imagined a string, lifting our left leg up. Exhaling it down. Inhale, the lift. Exhale it down. This time at 3, we'll just bring it up to the lift. And then find your place, either above or below the knee, but generally not on your knee. And maybe your arms are out. You find you can have your arms, hands at heart. Whatever helps you maintain your focus. If hands are heart, press them gently together so your arms are activated. Finding a focal point in the distance, a soft gaze, a drishti gaze, really helps with balance. On your next exhale, Let's take it all down. Let's find a nice wide straddle. Vault. Shall we go vaulting? That doesn't sound very cozy. So coming to center, your feet are parallel, a nice distance apart, shoulders up, around, down, and back. Let's clasp our hands behind our backs or hands to elbows, whatever feels best to you. Maybe raise, hug your shoulder blades hugging together, clasped hands or hands to elbows. Finding, just really opening this chest area, experiencing a nice opening in the chest. And on your next exhale, let's keep your knees long but soft, your legs long but with a soft knee. And we're taking it to a flat back first. And inhaling length from the base of our spine out to the crown of our head. On your next exhale, just going forward to wherever is good for you. Relax your neck, relax your head. And on your next exhale, take your hands down gently to their center body, right in front of you. We're going to inhale, straighten your arms, and exhale, play with bending your arms and folding to wherever that works. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, gently bending. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, bending. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, bending. And then we're going to take your fingertips or knuckles or whatever to your center body. We're going to inhale, take your right hand to your left sidearm, and we're going to just drag your hand all the way up your arm and across your chest and reach it up to the sky. Or out to the side. A nice twist, reach. Inhaling, exhaling, tummy activation. And on your next exhale, take your arm down and replace it with the other one, other side. Your hand floats up, draws up one arm across your chest, all the way up to the sky. On your next exhale, bring it down. And then we'll toe heel to a forward fold. And then gently rise up to standing. Toes up, around, down, and back. Coming to the front of your mat. You're going to step back with our right foot. Forward with your left, straight legs. Shoulders up, around, down, and back. Reaching through the crown of your head, we're going to bend the knee and open our chest, bent arms. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Tuck your chin, give yourself a hug. Inhale, sink forward. Exhale, tuck and curl. Inhale, open. Exhale, embrace. Inhaling, open. And exhaling, embracing. Inhale, open. Exhale, the hug. Inhale, the open and stay. Taking your arms up, warrior one. Back foot, your weight is equally balanced between your front and your back. You can look down and see your toes, so you're not lunging over your toes. And let's take our right arm down. We're going to find our way into warrior two. Widen your stance, perhaps.
Gaze over the front fingers. Warrior two. Looking ahead, the arm in the back is maybe tickling the past. The one, the fingers in the front, or maybe tickling the future. We're standing firmly in the present. And then inhale, straighten the front leg. Okay, arms down to your side. Toe heel back. Toe heel. The dance. And come back to the front of your mat. So we had our other side, standing tall, shoulders up around, down and back, feet, hips, and scissors apart. We're going to step back with our left foot. So our legs are straight, our knees are straight, and we are going to bend the front knee as we open our chest and exhale, straighten the front leg, tuck your chin, give yourself a hug. Inhale, sink and open. Exhale, embrace. And this time we'll stay open and extend your arms long. Warrior one. Warrior one. And then extend, shift into your warrior two. Maybe you walk it back a little bit. The heel of your front foot is generally in the middle, lined up with the arch and come back, generally. You can play with that. Gazing off into the future. Being here now. Being balanced now with the foot in the middle. We're in the middle of it all. Now let's pivot again. Toe heel together. And shake. Just shake your hands. First, shake your hands. And then shake your shoulders and your chest while you're shaking your hands. Do slight forward fold while you just sort of shake everything. Shake it all up. And then hip distance apart, we're going to inhale up and you're going to drop your load. This is a good one. Two more. Oh, yeah. Nice, huh? Now, are there any standing requests before we recline? We good? Okay. Let's find our way down to seated, legs long in front of us, Dandasana, staff pose. Our hands by your, something to remember when you're doing yoga is all the pictures of the poses. There can be a perfection mentality when really those are shapes that inspire you to think about that. And we ease our body into and out of these suggestions, these postures, really to offer ourselves a growth in expansion, contraction, mobility, reach. So always be kind to yourself. It's not a goal to achieve like day after tomorrow. It's a practice. And so the joy of practicing is that it's different every day. And one day you can do maybe something you never thought you could. And another day you just don't want to. You don't have to do that. But let's flex our feet, spread our toes, sitting tall. and reaching that. Really, really the most important thing is a postural. It's about creating space. So I sound like a broken record sometimes, but I say it to myself so much throughout the day inside my little head. Reach to the crown of the head, create space so that gravity kind of pulls us down. And so how do we buoyantly choose buoyancy? And here we are. Let's take our right knee, hug it in, cross it over, opposite arm, opposite leg. Give yourself a nice squeeze, as I like to take myself around like this. But however you want to find your way back into your twist, long leg on the bottom is gently flexed, gently activated. It's not just hanging out there. It's, giving yourself a hug, squeezing you a little bit. And looking back. And again, we can maybe try too hard to get too far back. So let's inhale, look forward, and exhale, go back. And just play with your owl eyes, your owl head, and range of motion with your neck, with your head, with your eyeballs, and with your range of motion. And then as you're ready and you come forward, give your leg a squeeze, send it out long, and take the other one for a hug. Opposite arm, opposite leg, long leg flexed. Other arm out. Finding your way back around into your nice long twist here. And if you get too eager with it, we look to the forward and we explore our owl eyes, our range of motion with our neck again. Each inhale, a chest expansion, belly expansion maybe, and each exhale, tummy towards spine, core activation. And it's really sort of a gentle activation all the way along. And then the next time you come forward, we're going to take the soles of our feet together for cobbler's pose. As we sit with our feet together, maybe rubbing the arches of your feet, give yourself a little foot massage, a little toe massage. They do so much work for us every day. Especially in the winter when they get all scaly. So love them anyway. And let's sit tall. Again, we're thinking from your root all the way up your spine, that nice buoyant length. And then if you like, you can just actually tuck your chin and roll. Think of a roll down. Maybe your roll down is like you tuck your chin. That's your roll down. Maybe your roll down is you tuck your chin and your elbows bend a little bit. So think of softening your elbows, bending your elbows, hugging your nice gentle, either holding your ankles or your toes, and relaxing here. And feel what you feel. Bless you. Then sit back up to standing. Bring your legs together. We are going to find our way into bridge. So our feet are going to be, let's come back on our elbows first. So yeah, and just let's do a pelvic tilt while we're on our elbows a little bit. And then gradually take your arms long, palms down. Maybe I like to roll my back a little bit by raising my hips and then top of my shoulders, pressing with your feet just sort of nicely all the way down. And then we can find our pelvic tilting here.
there's a water fountain right in the hallway. If you need some water. And then take your hands to your knees. We're going to inhale, long arms. Exhale, hug the legs towards your thighs towards your chest. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, hug them in. Inhale, long. Exhale, hug. Inhale, lengthen. And hug. And then take your feet back to the mat. Shoulder, hip distance apart. Arms by your side. We are going to take one arm at a time up today. So we're going to inhale, press to the feet, curl yourself up as your right arm comes up to the sky and then touches the ground back behind you with the back of your hand. And then exhale, roll down vertebra by vertebra. The hand comes down all the way. Inhale, curling up, one arm going up to the sky and touching the ground back behind you. Exhaling, lowering vertebra by vertebra, and the hand is floating down back to the earth. Inhale, curling and pushing through your feet as your hips reach for the sky. Arm, back of your hand to the ground behind you. Exhaling, lowering vertebra by vertebra all the way down. You have two more of these with this arm. Roll yourself up, push through your feet, hips to the sky, back of your hand touching the ground. Reach and then exhaling, lowering vertebra by vertebra. One last one. Inhaling up. And exhale, lowering. Pause, take a breath. And then we'll switch arms. So this now we're going to head up into bridge. Take your other arm up to the sky and back behind you, back of the hand touching the ground, and exhale, lower, vertebra by vertebra, down to the ground. Inhale, bridging with that arm, sweeping, making a rainbow. Exhale, lowering, all the way down. Inhale, painting a rainbow with that hand, arm. Exhale, lowering, vertebra by vertebra. One last one. Rolling it up, curling and pressing through your feet, hips to the sky, arm back behind your head, and then painting your last rainbow. And then take your knees to your hands to your knees and make circles on the ceiling with your knees and explore. Maybe massage your lower lumbar, your hips, the back of your pelvis, explore what's touching the ground. And just smooth it with circular rotations. And when you're ready, go the other way. And then take your palms down, knees bent. We're going to inhale our feet long all the way to the sky. Exhale them down. Inhale, reach them long to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, thighs in towards your belly. Inhale, sort of the soles of your feet flexed and to the sky. Exhaling, thighs towards your belly. Inhale, reach up long. Exhale, thighs towards your belly. And now while your thighs are towards your belly, maybe take your hands to the outer sides of your shins or the outer edges of your feet and take your knees really wide, happy baby. Play around with happy baby. Maybe you press your feet into your hands and exhale, relax your knees back towards the ground. Inhale, feet to your hands. And relax. That oppositional action can be really when done gently. Beneficial. And then just circle your feet around. Be a cooing happy baby. A busy happy baby. Circling them one way around and the other way around. And then taking your feet long again. And then feet bent to the ground. Let's take our arms out to a T. Knees in towards the chest. We're going to inhale and exhale. Roll your knees over towards your right elbow and look left. And let's relax into this twist here. And inhale your knees to the center. Take a breath. And exhale your knees over towards the left elbow and relax, looking to the right. And coming center, giving yourself a squeeze, a thankful hug. And gradually extending one leg to the one corner of your mat, the other to the other. Palms up behind, up facing this. We're finding our way into Savasana. Melting into the ground. Our legs are long. Our palms are open. Our shoulders are relaxing. The forehead is smooth. The temples gliding towards the ground, smoothing the forehead. Your jaw is relaxed. Your ears are relaxed. Shoulder blades greeting the ground softly. Notice the arms touching the ground, relaxing into the support of the earth. Your back is relaxing. Lower lumbar is greeting the ground, comfortably sinking. The glutes are relaxing, relaxing, relaxed. The thighs are soft. Your knees are smooth, relaxing. Calves melting into the earth. Heels rounded, soft, breathing. Softly breathing. Allowing your breath to nourish you. we gently wiggle our toes, circle your feet one way and then the other. Maybe rock your heels back and forth. Find your toes. Roll your legs so that your toes are facing each other and then away from each other. Just feel that rotation of your legs. And then gently activate your kneecaps, slide them up, and find a gentle activation of the kneecaps and relax. Activate your thighs, kneecaps, thighs, whole lower legs. Ooh, flex the feet. And relax. Squeeze your glutes, really strong glutes. And mat meld. Make fists with your hands, pinky side down. Press long arms, press your arms, activate them, pinkies into the ground, and then open the palms to the sky. Take your shoulder blades, press them, sternum lifts as you press your shoulder blades into the earth. Then we greet the ground and take your head from side to side. Nice exploration of range of motion here. Feeling the back of your head, greeting the ground. And then as you're ready, softly one heel then the other to your sits bones, roll to your side. Pause, take a few breaths here. And as you're ready, find your way to your comfortable seated place. As together we sit and inhale length from the base of our spine all the way out to the crown of our head. Exhaling ease. Taking our palms together, thumbs to our forehead as we set the intention to cultivate kind thoughts. And set the intention, thumbs to mouth, to speak kind words. And thumbs to heart as we set the intention to feel kind feels. And thank you all for coming today. Yeah, may all be well in our world. So.